I'm John Byrne. I'm here in Coolnasmere outside Dungarvan, making 220 cows there. Spring calving the middle of January. Cows go out to grass, usually early March. Grass-based system mainly. We have a black and white Frisian cross Holstein cows. They'd be mature weight around 650 kilos. They're big cows, but we like those type of cows. They're not overly Holstein either. We don't like that. We like to keep a good strong type cow. We're up here under the Cumra Mountains, so we're up to 750 feet above sea level. So the cows have to be hardy as well. But we also want a cow that can produce milk and has the body capacity to do that, and that should generate the food that we're giving her into milk. We produced 584 kilos of milk solids last year. We would expect we're on target to do 600 this year. But it was a different year weather-wise. Last year was a difficult year. Wet would be the enemy here on the farm. Our land would be of a heavy nature, and that's why we don't get out too early. Some lads are out in early February. We wouldn't be able to achieve that here. A 1 in 10 year out in February thing this sort of year. We would have, because of our stocking rate is high, we would usually be buffer feeding the cows from the time they go out in March up until April time. And we would usually have to buffer feed the cows from September on as well at the back end, just to keep grass in the diet, to extend our rotation so that they can stay eating grass as long as possible. We do that. In springtime, it would consist of grass silage mixed with maize silage and nuts in the parlour. In the autumn time, it would usually be good quality bales or pit silage from September on, but we do some zero grazing as well, and we have been doing that for the last week or so. And we have some outside blocks where we cut silage, so we find that works well once the weather is fine and dry. Yeah, well, there has been huge investment here since I suppose the late 90s. When I came home from Ag College, I was in Ag College 89, 90. I came home from Ag College. I worked off farm for 5 years on a farm not too far from here, and gained huge experience there with a very good farmer. Came home then in 95, set about with my dad. We put a plan in place that we started with the land. We did a lot of extensive reseeding and land reclamation. Just generally every year there was something going on because we were building numbers. With the abolition of milk quotas in 15, we went from 120 cows to what we have now, 220. But that was over a few years. We didn't do that in one go. And we have bought land on a couple of occasions. We've also leased land. And on farm, to make things easier, we have invested in technology. We have things like collars for the cows for heat detection and for health problem detection. We also have an automatic drafter coming out of the parlour. We have a bobman for cleaning the cubicles, which is a huge labour saver, and also we have found that our cell count has dropped since we started using the bobman, because I find no matter how good a man or woman is on a brush, you'll never clean the cubicles as well as the bobman can. And now there's a rush for doing the cubicles. Before, nobody wanted to do it, so that helps too. Other things too, for labour efficiency, we have a calf feeder, automatic calf feeder, bought about 10 years ago. We have a straw blower bought 2 years ago for bedding down the pens. Previously we were going in with brown bales and a sprong, and it's all labour intensive. And now that we have the straw blower, man on a tractor, everyone wants to bed the calves or bed the cows. It's not a problem. So I have Molly, who's 16, and I have Eamon, who's 14. They're both involved in the farm. They both milk and they feed calves and do anything that's asked of them on the farm. They're obviously still in school, but they have a love for us. They have a love for the place. They have a love for the animals, and I'm trying to nurture that as best I can, because we're now here 7 generations, and hopefully we can have a few more generations coming on.